In this video, we're going to take Elementor's pop-up builder for a ride. We're going to learn how to use it, we're going to look at the settings, and just going to have a nice understanding on how it works. Let's get started. Elementor lets you do a lot of things with the pop-up builder, so we're just going to take a look at some of the basics on how you can actually put one together and explore some of the settings that you have. So let's get started. We are going to first go into the template section and we're going to click on pop-ups. This is going to take you to the pop-up area of Elementor, and then obviously we're going to create a new one, so we're going to click on add new. Now here you're going to be able to give your pop-up a name. We always recommend that you give something that's relevant to what you're doing. So in this case, we're going to write a hurricane closure. That's what we're going to name our pop-up. Let's call it pop-up, just so it's a little bit more easier to identify. We're going to click on create template. All right, so this is going to take us to the WordPress builder, and it's going to give you some options of pre-designed templates. If you're a pro member, you'll see quite a few templates here that you can use and just kind of modify to your liking. For our purposes, we're just going to go ahead and create something simple like this, so you can have a look and look at all the options. So let's just go and click on close that. And then now here we're going to be taken to the area where we can build the pop-up. So the first thing we're going to want to do is kind of just look at some of the settings that are available to us when we're in the pop-up builder. So we're going to go to the bottom left and click on settings. And then under settings area, you're going to be able to change the layout of the pop-up. So here you'll be able to modify what it looks like on desktop, tablet, and mobile. So for our purposes of this tutorial, we're just going to first look at the desktop mode. I like to make it just a little bit bigger. Nowadays, the resolution, it's quite nice. Most people have a nice resolution on their screen, so we can afford a little bit more space. Here you're able to choose the height of the pop-up. You have fit to content, which is going to keep it nice and centered here, especially when you have these two options set up, or you can put it to fit screen. This will make it as tall as the screen. This is actually a really nice feature, actually, because you're able to create some nice menus that kind of slide in and out, or a full screen menu. And I'm going to make another video on how to do that as well. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe to the channel in order to see those tutorials as well. So let's just put it back into fit content. I think we're good. If you did have this, you can position the content in the center, in the bottom, or at the top. But for our purposes, we're just going to keep it to fit content. The position is where this pop-up is going to be on the screen. You can make it go to the right, to the left, center, or the bottom. I think here you can create some nice sticky bottom footers that, let's say you have a cookie, a message about cookies on your website. This is one way that you can do it, and I'll show you also how to build something like that as well. For now, again, let's just keep it in the center. The overlay, it's the overlay area here in the background. And then whether you want it close button or not, obviously we want something like that so people are able to kind of change that content. I mean, sorry, change the button. Sorry, close the pop-up. All right, the entrance animation, if it's how you want it to animate, you can leave it by default. For our purposes, let's just do a zoom in and a fade out, and let's just make this animation a little bit faster than 1.5 seconds. Let's just do half a second. I think that's a good animation speed. And then as you scroll down, you see general settings. So here you'll see the title of the pop-up. So if you forget to add it in the previous screen, you can always modify it here. And then we want to make sure it's published. And the div tag here is fine for our purposes. And you don't have any we're not having any dynamic content being pulled in here, so it doesn't really matter right now. So under the style, you're able to change the pop-up itself. So you can change the background color. So let's just show some examples. Let's pick have a green or a yellow. For our purposes, again, we're just going to leave it white for now. You can also have an image as a background. You can add a border around the pop-up. So we're not going to do that right now. Let's just overlay, and then if you want to change the overlay color, something that matches more your site. So let's say, you know, our site has a lot of green, so we could do that, and you just kind of change the opacity a little bit. but I think that's a little bit crazy. For the most part, I just like to use just black and some opacity, especially if we want to call attention to it. We want to make sure that we use a color that kind of contrasts with the background. And then the close button, you also have some choices here, whether you want the button outside or inside. For our purposes, again, we want to keep it inside. And I think the position is usually pretty okay, so I don't have to touch it. But I am going to make it green. And I do like to make it a little bit bigger, specifically because we want to make sure that, you know, especially on mobile, that this is big enough, because remember, you need your touch point to be big enough for a finger to be able to touch. Now we're gonna go over to the advanced section, and here we'll see a couple of options like show close button after a certain number of seconds. You want to close the pop-up after a certain number of seconds. All of that, I think it's okay to leave off, but you do have the option here, which is nice. And then you want to prevent closing on escape key, so you don't want somebody to touch the escape key and close the pop-up. You want to make sure that somebody clicks on it. There's a couple things here that I do like to check on that are not on by default, which is disable page scrolling. We want to make sure that, especially if we're doing an announcement, we want to make sure that people are not able to close the pop-up. And I will scroll as the pop-up shows up, or you have a weird thing kind of like this happening. We do want to avoid multiple pop-ups so they're not on top of each other. We do want to keep accessible navigation, and everything else here, although you can edit it, I think for our purposes right now, we don't need to worry about that. All right, perfect. So now we're going to go and just kind of design the pop-up, a simple pop-up just the way we want it. We're going to click on the plus sign, and then we want a 50-50 pop-up. So you're going to have an image on the left, a headline, and some copy. So like so. Now remember, pop-ups can also be built using Flexbox in Elementor. And they just recently made it so you should use Flexbox by default, but for our purposes, we're gonna just use the regular builder without Flexbox. So let's go in here and put in an image, and then we're gonna choose a hurricane image, and then we're going to add a heading, and we're going to add some text. All right, so this is the basics of our pop-up. We're going to choose the column, and we're going to want to make sure, in this case, we want to make sure that the content is in the center. So again, you're able to modify this as you would any other page on Elementor. Now we want the text to kind of match the style of our website, so we're going to go to typography, and we're going to choose the H3 tag. Let's see what the message we're going to write here. We're going to write restaurant closed due to inclement weather. Did I spell that right? I hope I did. All right, so we're going to, let's see what H2 looks like. All right, we're gonna go with H2 just because this is a kind of an important message. So we're gonna center that. We're gonna go back here. It's a little bit far, so we're gonna just tighten up the line height a little bit. It's a little too much. There we go. That's perfect. And then we're going to go into the text, and we're just going to write some copy. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and center that so it's all nice and together. And let's see, do we want to make that a little bit bigger? No, I think we'll leave it with a regular text. I think that looks good. So we built the pop-up. Everything looks really good. We want it to show up on the site. So once you hit update, Elementor will show you with the will kind of display for you the publish settings, and this is kind of where we can take do some of the cool stuff that you can do with Elementors and the pop-up functionality. This makes it so much easier than kind of using coding on your own, which is kind of nice. So where do you want to display your template? Just like any other regular Elementor page, you're able to add a condition. So if you want this pop-up to show up on the website, entire website, you just click entire site. and hit next. So we'll do that for now. Let's hit next. And then you can kind of choose what are the triggers, what are the things that are going to make this pop up, I guess, load. You have an on-page load, you have scroll to element, on click, after an activity, on page exit intent. For the purposes of this tutorial, we want anybody that comes to the website to make sure we see this message, because we don't want them to show up to our restaurant without during a hurricane. So we're going to click on page load. That's going to be a yes, and then it can load right away. I think that's okay. Some of the other cool options here, let's say you have a specific message you want to show up when somebody makes it, 70% down the page. You could do here. So if somebody scrolls down 80%, then show the pop-up. That's also kind of an interesting thing you can use when you're doing some marketing, or if you happen to scroll to a specific element on a website. So I think that's good. We're good with on-page load. We're going to hit next. And then here we're going to have some rules. You don't want, for example, the pop-up to show up all the time. So you can only show after X number of page views, show after X sessions, show up to X times when somebody arrives from a specific URL. So for example, you have a specific ad running on a page you're sponsoring, you would click that, and then you can kind of say, okay, show this if it's coming from a specific website. You have here some cool additional features as well that you can use, such as regex. So if you had some specific URLs that you need to kind of parse, that would be one way to do it here. If you're arriving from either a search engine, an external link, or internal links, that's something else you can manage here as well. Hide for existing users. So if you have a membership site and you don't want to show members, like a really cool deal for new users, you can take advantage of that as well, and some other things here and there. So let's say, for example, I think this is good, but we don't want to bombard people with this pop-up every single time. So we're just going to show it one time, and then it's just going to be for the week, because the hurricane should be gone by then. And then every time it's closed, it's when we're going to count it. So let's say they go to the website and they just got there by mistake and they hit back. We want to make sure that we count it once they're actually closing. So we're going to hit on close, save and close. All right, and then boom. So this is done. So we're going to go to the website now, and then boom, here's the pop-up. Restaurant closed due to inclement weather, and you're done. As simple as that. So it's super simple. Elementor gives you a lot of capabilities in order to do this. But before we go, I was going to show you how do you do it on a button. All right, so here we are on the home page, and we're going to create a button that's going to pop open the hurricane pop-up that we created. So we're going to put it right here because it's kind of an important message. We're going to go to edit with Elementor. We're going to update the page. This is going to take us to the builder. And then we're going to throw in a button here underneath our intro copy. So we're going to search for the button widget. We're going to drag it underneath here. And then we are going to center it. And then we're going to make it extra large. And obviously we don't want it to be orange, so we're going to change the style slightly. We're going to make it, let's see how it looks, green. Okay, I think that's perfect. And then we're going to call it important message. Oops, that's the link. Let's change the text here, and we're going to say important message. Let's see if there's an icon. Let's put an icon here. Okay, we're going to put a warning. There you go. So important message is going to show up on the icon. We're going to see how it looks after. I think it looks nicer after. So we're going to leave it there. All right, so how do we pull up the pop-up that we created for the hurricane? So the way that we're going to do it is we're going to click on dynamic tags. I'm going to go scroll down to pop-up. We're going to click on the area here to bring up the settings, and then we're going to have the action be open pop-up, and we're going to choose the pop-up that we created from the pop-up dialog. You're going to hit update. All right, once that's done, we're going to go back to the pop-up itself. We're going to make sure that the display conditions are on the entire site We are going to take off the on-page load. We're going to remove that because the pop-up is not going to load when the page loads. And then we're going to remove anything that has to do with the advanced rules because we no longer need to worry about that. Somebody can click and open the dialog as many times as they want. So we're going to hit save and close. This is going to update. I'm going to give it a second to finish. Come on, baby. All right, perfect. And then we're going to go into Elementor, and then we're going to click on View Page and open that in a new tab. So now the pop-up is not loading automatically, but we do have the button. Now we're going to click on it, and here we go. The restaurant closed due to inclement weather, and we are good to go. Close that. Perfect. Super simple. Elementor lets you do so many cool things with the pop-up builder. Yeah, so as you can see, Elementor lets you do quite a bit with the pop-up builder. And I'm going to actually create some future videos where we're going to create an H-gate. We're going to create a sticky footer with the pop-up builder. We're going to create the ability to somebody to fill out a form with a pop-up and then receive a coupon code to be able to purchase something from your website. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and stay tuned for those videos.